Sarah, thanks. Fed Chair Jay Powell will say in testimony before the Senate that the recent rise in COVID cases and the Omicron variant pose downside risks both to economic growth and to employment. He'll also say the new variant increases uncertainty about inflation. And a comment that sounds a little hawkish relative to this new virus and virus concerns. He says greater concerns about the virus could reduce people's willingness to work in person, which would slow progress in the labor market and intensify supply chain disruptions. Means he thinks it could be potentially more inflationary. Goes on to say the Fed will use its tools, by the way, to support the economy and the labor market and prevent higher inflation from becoming entrenched. Inflation, he says, is running well above our 2% longer run goal, and the factors pushing inflation will linger well into next year. Among those factors, labor slack, he says, is diminishing and wages are rising at a brisk pace, a potential sign of concern for the Fed chairman from that area. Supply and demand imbalances, he says, have contributed to the notable price increases, and he does expect inflation to move down significantly over the next year. On the economy, Powell's going to say the GDP appears on track to grow 5% this year, and the labor market has continued to improve, but there's still ground to cover. Wilf?
Steve, thank you. We look forward to that testimony tomorrow. But the next meeting is what, middle of December?
Middle of December. They have a couple weeks, Wilf, to sort of get more data on this variant. But I have to say, I thought he would be a little more circumspect. And the idea that a lot of economists said over the weekend that perhaps the Fed would not go to a faster taper in December. The idea that he sees a new variant and greater virus concerns as potentially inflationary maybe changes that calculus a little bit right now.